Hello everyone, welcome, my name is Viaren, and today I want to help you guys prepare as best you can for Season 2 in terms of Pieces of 8. So, up until now, we still don't know if Pieces of 8 are getting reset. So, this is going to be on the basis that Pieces of 8 do not get reset. So, I want to talk to you guys about how to prepare, especially for when you have to claim your manufactories again, you have to rank them up, and I believe I have the correct numbers, but let's just call them a rough estimate, even though I think they are accurate. So we're going to have a look at, not the Smuggler's Pass, sorry, the Helm. So as you can see, we have 19 Red Isle manufactories, we have 23 Africa manufactories, and we have 34 East Indies manufactories. Now, apparently in Season 2, more of the map is going to be available and more manufactories are going to be available. So we're just talking about these ones down here. And basically, if Piece of 8 are not getting reset, you'll be able to do the hostile takeover in whichever one you haven't got, and it'll be level 1 again. So all of these you will not have anymore when Season 2 drops. You have to go and do the hostile takeovers or do the legendary co-op heists and basically claim all these manufactories again, and they are going to start from 1. Now, as I said, there's 19 Red Isles, so in the top corner I've got 450,000 pieces of 8. From what I want to do in Season 2, that is enough. However, things could change. I might want to get more manufacturers, but the only manufacturers I want to get in Season 2 is Red Isle. Why? Because it saves a bunch of silver. I don't have to fund all of these. So for Red Isle, if you want to rank all of these up to level 10, so to speak, all of these 19, it's going to cost you 307,800 pieces of 8. So 307,800. 307,800. That is to rank up all of these 19 Red Isle manufacturers from 1 to 10. Now, to rank one of them up from level 1 to level 10 is going to cost 16,200 pieces of 8. So that's starting from level 1, ranking it all the way up to 10, that's how much it's going to cost. Obviously, there is talk that some people want Pieces of 8 to get reset because it's the only way to make it fair in terms of leaderboards, for example, and other people are saying that they'll quit if Pieces of 8 get reset because they put in a bunch of time and it'll be unfair for the ones that have put in so much time collecting these Pieces of 8, even though we are getting fleet management in Season 2. But it would be unfair for them to just basically waste the time doing it just for them to get reset. So there's kind of a divide in the community. Me personally, I don't care if they reset or not. I'm not a leaderboard chaser, and honestly, I haven't put that much effort in. This might look like a bunch of effort, but I did most of these early on. Ever since that, I have been saving my silver. I have kept these full. And maybe I'll start emptying them as it gets closer to Season 2 if we have word that Pieces of 8 are not getting resetting, but we'll see. Obviously, with Season 2 and more of the map becoming unlocked and more manufacturers becoming available, maybe we're going to see an abundance of stuff in the black market, meaning we get to spend our Pieces of 8 on certain things, because right now in the black market it's kind of lackluster. I've got pretty much everything that I could possibly need in there. Just make sure from now until Season 2 you are getting your weekly sovereigns. So for the weekly sovereigns, I just go and empty these ones here pretty much, and sometimes I'll empty these. I'll probably go from here and I'll go there, and then I'll go around here, there, and then there, because it just makes more sense than fast traveling to here and then going there, and then going back on myself. And yeah, it just makes more sense, and it gives me more pieces of 8 if I empty these 4 and then these ones here. Anyway, so Red Isle, one of them, well, this is from all of them. One of them, from level 1 to level 10, is going to cost 16,200, as I said. The Red Isle ones altogether, from level 1 to level 10, for Season 2, unless there is going to be more, and there's going to be more than 19. Again, we don't know yet, but on the basis that these are the exact same ones that we're going to get, it's going to cost 307,800 pieces of 8s. Now, Africa, as you can see, there are 23 Africa manufactories, so there is 4 more than Red Isle, and it does kind of take a bit longer than Red Isle because you've got to go all the way up. I have already talked about the route that I take, so I won't do that. But basically, to rank all of these from level 1 to level 10, it's going to cost 372,600 pieces of 8. So again, we're not going to add these two up just yet. I am going to add them all up at the end, so I give you the exact total overall of how many pieces of 8 you are going to need to get every single manufactory from level 1 to level 10. So Red Isle is 307,800 for all of them. Africa is going to be 372,600 for all of them. And then we go to the East Indies. There is 34 manufactories in the East Indies. I am missing one because I generally don't care to do the PvP takeovers. But that's just my thoughts on that. But anyway, all of these 34 from level 1 to level 10, total is going to cost 550,800 pieces of 8. So let's go over it again, just for those who didn't get it. 307,800 for all of the Red Isle ones. Africa is 372,600 for all the Africa ones. And then the East Indies is 550,800 for all of the East Indies ones, which gives us a grand total of 1,231,200 pieces of 8. So let's call it 1.25 million. That's how many pieces of 8 you're going to need to complete this whole bottom section. As long as things stay the same, maybe they'll add extra ones, extra manufacturers, or maybe they'll take certain ones away. Again, I'm not sure what their plan is with that, but it's going to be 1.25 million. So that is to do every single manufactory, not including the ones that are going to be appearing on the new section of the map. Just to do all these, that's how much it's going to take. Now, I want to tell you my plan. Because emptying all of these gets tedious, and emptying all of these makes me stop wanting to empty all of these. Again, we are going to have fleet management. Now, I believe fleet management is going to be we can assign ships to go and collect all of these for us. But obviously, I'm guessing they're going to have to be funded in some way. Whether that might be silver, whether that might be pieces of 8, we don't actually know the details as of yet. However, the fleet management, if the funding is somewhat, what's the word? Efficient, I guess. If the funding is somewhat efficient and it's worth the actual funding, then I will get all of these. I will. I'll get all of them. The fleet will go empty it. Fine. If I don't want to pay the extravagant amount of currency, if the currency is just like too much, for example, if I don't want to waste it, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Red Isle, and that's all. I'm not going to go for Africa, and I'm not going to go for East Indies. Now, 1.25 mil, don't forget you've got the 5k you need to buy Africa. You've got the 5k again that you need to buy the East Indies, and then the other 5k, I'm guessing it's going to be 5k to unlock the other part of the map to get the manufactories there. Now, you are still going to need more pieces of 8 than this. So let's say, for argument's sake, you're going to need 1.5 million. Now, that's a big jump. So if we look here, the reason you might need 1.5 million is for these books. So these books, or pages, sorry, also cost pieces of 8. I'm definitely going to be getting Smuggler's Operations because that is the silver farm, and that is, I am going to get it, and I'm also going to get the various tactics, I believe, because it does... Give me a second. I think it gives you more resources from the roving ships, but don't quote me on that. I can't remember. I've had this for a while. If I just stick with Red Isle, we are going to get these. The Red Isle ones. If we go for Africa and East Indies, I'm going to get them as well. And this one seems a little less useful now, only because the profit bonus isn't 50%, it's now 7%. So I will get it, but that'll be the last one that I get. But anyway, I don't know the total of all these pages. I didn't do the math on that. I'd have to make a new account. I'd have to rank them all up again, and it's not something that I want to do personally. But if you guys know the totals of all these pages, let me know in the comments below. That would be a great help, and I will pin your comment. But as you can see, that's how many pieces of 8 we're going to need. I rounded it up to 1.5 mil, but if you want to be on the safe side, I would say because of them pages, I'd say go to 1.7 mil maybe. Again, I'm not sure how you can check your pieces of 8 like you can check your silver, because if I accept a roving quest, I can look at silver there, and there you go, I've got 10 million silver, right? I don't know how I can do that with pieces of 8. If anyone knows that one, let me know in the comments below. But anyway, that's how much pieces of 8 it's going to cost in Season 2 to basically rank everything, all the manufactories, again from level 1 to level 10. Let's just call it an even 1.5 to 1.7 mil pieces of 8. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Are you going to be claiming all of these all over again, or are you going to save on silver and maybe claim one of them? Again, I'm undecided until I know how much of what currency the fleet management is going to cost. But let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, you want to make your way back to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.